Oi, boys. You want to hear a really scary story?
Here we go again.
Ooh, I'm already shaking in my Crocs.
No. I promise. This one's really messed up. It's the story of a boy who went forth to learn what fear was.
Catchy.
Oh yeah, I know this one. About that kid, who goes on a creepy journey to learn how to shiver or something.
Yes!
Sounds lame.
You're lame.
Ooh, good one.
Guys, come on. We're out here with no phone reception, a jumbo bag of marshmallows, and only each other to keep warm. What else are we going to do to kill time? Snuggle?
Fine.
Fine.
Okay, so this is a story about a miller who had two very different sons.
What am I going to do? My oldest son is clever and knows how to manage everything, but my youngest can neither understand nor learn anything. When villagers see him, they say,
He will be a burden on his father.
when something has to be done, it's always my oldest son who has to do it. However, if I ask him to fetch anything at night, and if the way leads through the woods or some other spooky place, he always answers,
Oh no, father. I won't go there. It makes me shiver.
in the evening by the fire, when stories are told that makes one's flesh creep. Listeners often say,
Oh, that makes me shiver.
but my youngest sits in a corner, completely unmoved. He cannot imagine what they mean.
They're always saying, it makes me shiver. It makes me shiver. It doesn't make me shiver. That too must be a skill that I don't understand.
Listen, you there. You're getting big and strong. You too will have to learn something by which you can make your way in the world. See how your brother puts himself out? But there seems to be no hope for you.
Well, father, I do want to learn something. Indeed, if possible, I would like to learn how to shiver. I don't understand that at all yet.
What a dimwit that brother of mine is. Nothing will come of him as long as he lives. As the twig is bent, so grows the tree.
You may well learn to shiver, son, but you'll not earn your bread by shivering.
Hold up. Why does this kid so desperately want to know how to shiver? It'd be awesome if I never got scared. I mean, not that I usually do.
By not being able to shiver, by not ever experiencing fear, he is missing out on a vital part of the human experience.
It sounds like he has a terrible case of FOMO. Everyone else is doing it.
Exactly. Can I get on with the story now? Good. A little while later, the sexton went to the house.
Wait, the who what now?
Sexton, you know, a creepy old dude who works at a church and oversees the graveyard. Do you not listen in history at all?
Obviously not. Have you seen his grades? Anyway, of course the father complained to the sexton about his troubles.
My younger son is so foolish in every way. He knows nothing and is learning nothing. Just think, when I asked him how he was going to earn his bread, he actually asked to learn to shiver.
If there is nothing more, he can learn that with me. The church bell tower is a fearsome place in the dead of darkness. He can come with me tonight, and I will teach him fear.
Yes, it will do the boy well. Son,
Yes, father?
you will go with the sexton to a place guarded by gargoyles and ghosts. At midnight, you will climb the church tower and ring the bell.
This foolish boy will soon learn what it is to shiver. I will secretly go ahead of him in disguise as a ghost and hide. After the boy reaches the top of the tower, a wall still stained with the blood of medieval masons, I will reveal myself. It is time.
Who is there? Answer me or get out of here. You have no business here at night. What do you want here? Speak if you're an honest fellow, or I'll throw you down the stairs.
He can't seriously mean that. He's only a child. Surely he will be too frightened to face a ghastly ghost. I will reveal myself. Boo!
Without a moment's hesitation, the boy ran towards the ghost and pushed him down the stairs. The sexton fell down 100 steps and met his perpetual night. Then, the boy rang the bell, went home, and without saying a word, went to bed and fell asleep.
Damn, that is dark.
What a psychopath! It's like he just literally killed a man, stepped over his bleeding corpse, and went to bed.
Yup, and obviously, word of the sexton's death spread around the town pretty quickly.
The poor sexton has been brutally delivered to our Lord and Saviour.
I heard it was that good-for-nothing Bellabor who's caused nothing but misfortune.
Of God of spirits and all flesh, give him rest in thy kingdom, from whence pain and sorrow and sighing have fled away.
He must be brought to justice.
Oh no, please don't let it be true. My son has murdered a man? Son! Son!
Yes, Father?
What evil tricks are these? The devil must have prompted you to do them. I've experienced nothing but unhappiness with you. Get out of my sight. I do not want to look at you anymore. And do not tell anyone who you are. I am ashamed to share my blood with you.
Yes, Father, and gladly. I will go forth and learn how to shiver. Then I shall have a skill that will support me. Goodbye.
That was rough. Dad was all like, "It's not me, it's you." So harsh.
I get it. If you were my son, I'd be ashamed to be related to you.
Sick burn.
Right now, I'm embarrassed to be associated with either of you. Kiss and make up.
Ew, gross.
As if.
Get on with the story.
Righto. So, the boy is now wandering down a dark, desolate road, muttering to himself, when a cart driver overhears him.
What, just like a generic medieval cart driver? Come on, man, you can do better than that.
Ooh. Maybe he's missing a hand. And an eye. Maybe he's a cyclops. Or a werewolf. Carry on.
As I was saying, a one-handed cycloptic werewolf-esque cart driver who was walking along behind the boy heard him muttering.
If only I could shiver. If only I could shiver.
Hark, boy. Who are you?
I don't know.
Where do you come from?
I don't know.
Who is your father?
I'm not permitted to say.
What are you always muttering to yourself?
I want to be able to shiver, but no one can teach me how.
Stop that foolish chat. Come, listen. There is a haunted castle not far away from where a person could very easily learn how to shiver. If he would just keep watch there for one night. The king has promised that whoever would dare to do this would have his daughter in marriage, and she is the most beautiful maiden under the sun. Further in the castle, there are great treasures guarded by evil spirits. These treasures would then be freed and would make a poor man rich enough if these spirits were defeated. But be warned, many have entered the castle, but none have come out again. Godspeed.
The next morning, the boy ventured to the infamous castle, a place of decayed grandeur, once full of vitality, but now festering, seeped in despair.
You're right, mate. You know, this is my story.
A haunted castle. Very on brand. Nice one.
I'll take it from here. Thanks, boys. The boy, convinced he was doomed to be fearless his entire life, entered the dark, dilapidated dungeon, went to the king and said,
If it be allowed, I'll keep watch tonight in the haunted castle.
You may, but be warned. Many have gone before you, and none have emerged the same. They all come out shivering.
Oh, if only I could shiver.
You insolent child. Mortal fear will soon be the least of your problems. Good night.
Well, it's nearly midnight. I'm all alone, and I still feel nothing. I may as well stir up a fire.
How cold we are.
Finally, some company. Who's there?
Please help us. We are not from the biting winds.
You fools, stop crying. If you are cold, come and sit down by the fire. Show yourselves.
Then 2 large black cats came with a powerful leap and sat down on either side of him, looking at him savagely with their fiery eyes while licking their crimson lips.
Wait a minute. Cats? I thought this was supposed to be a scary story.
Obviously, they're supposed to be demonic cats, right?
Still, that's pathetic. I let the cart driver slide. This, I cannot. How about we make them panthers or wolves or something?
Thanks for the feedback. I'll take it on board. Let's continue, shall we? The 2 fearsome wolves unsheathed their impossibly sharp claws, twisted and stained the colour of suffering.
Comrade, shall we play a game of cards?
Why not? I've nothing better to do. But first, let me trim your nails.
If you must.
The boy, unmoved by the wolf's presence, felt like having a little fun. He lured them towards the open fire, pushed them in, and they dissolved into clouds of soot and souls.
Oh my gosh, this is my favourite bit. Please, can I tell it?
Fine. Don't mess it up.
Okay, well, the boy was about to sit down, again by his fire, when from every side and every corner came rabid dogs and venomous snakes and ravenous wolves on red-hot chains. More and more of them appeared and circled him until he could no longer move. They shouted horribly, then pounced. The boy cried,
Away with you, you villains!
and fought them off without a flicker of panic. Some of them ran away. The others he seized by their scruffs and threw out the window. He then blew into the embers of the fire until they flamed up again, warmed himself, and drifted into sleep.
Wow.
Very vivid. Thanks for that. I'll take it from here so you can have a breather. As midnight approached, the boy heard a noise and commotion. At first it was soft, but then louder and louder. Finally, with a piercing scream, half of a grotesque man came down the chimney and fell in front of him.
Which half?
The top half.
Sick.
Ah, I see the other unsightly half has fallen down as well.
Please blow on the fire and make it burn a little warmer.
Of course. Shall you 2 rotting pieces of flesh come together and make one hideous corpse? There we are. Much better. Will anyone else be joining you? Now we have a party. How may I help you all?
Mortal, we spectres from the world beyond will bowl with human remains. We have brought 9 bones from dead men and a skull. You may join us if you dare.
I fear nothing, so I shall. But your bowling ball is not quite round. I shall put the skull into this lathe and smooth it over.
Oh, there goes an ear. Repulsive. A nose. Is that an eyelid?
Done.
Ah, yes. Now they will roll better. This shall be fun.
So the boy put his fingers into the eye sockets of the decrepit cranium and played with them. But when the clock struck 12, without warning, the corpses split apart and slithered back up the chimney. The boy lay down yet again, not perturbed by fear or fright, and peacefully fell asleep.
Ugh, that was gross.
That was awesome.
I told you the story was going to get good, but it's not over yet. The next morning, the king went to the boy and said,
By now you must have learned how to shiver.
No. What is it? How? I had great fun, but no one showed me fear.
Well, you have survived the castle and shall marry my daughter.
I have all the gold I could ever want, a beautiful wife, but I'm still so unhappy. This was everyone else's dream, not mine. If only I could shiver. If only I could shiver.
Oh, that husband of mine makes me furious. Every day and all night he moans. Please help, dear servant.
I can help. I know how he can learn to shiver. Tonight I shall go out to the brook that flows cold and pure through the garden and catch a whole bucket full of minnows. Then, when the young prince is asleep, I will pull the covers off him and pour away. Here's a sleep. Get ready for your flesh to creep. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy.
Ah, what is this feeling? My skin is creeping. I'm shaking. I'm trembling. Yes! Now I finally know how to shiver.
Finally!
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 Finally.
Finally, after so many unsuccessful attempts to learn fear, the boy gained awareness of his mortality. He went on to live the rest of his days shivering, and the princess and the psychopath lived happily ever after.
Isn't that a cop-out? He didn't shiver from fear.
Don't shoot the messenger, that's just how the story ends.
That wasn't even scary. Not one bit. Guys, did you hear that?
Yes.
The fire. It's gone. And where did that wind come from? Boys, this isn't funny.